Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's Reading Skills with Teacher Chris. This week we're going to be talking about scanning! Woohoo! First, let's think about what is scanning. And I'm going to use an example here from a children's book called Where's Wally? Now, I don't know if you've seen these books, but in these books, you need to find this character, Wally. So have a look, see if you can find Where's Wally? Did you find him? If not, you can go back and pause the video to have a proper look if you want to. But you don't need to, this is just an example of what scanning is. So just like you were looking in that picture for Wally, scanning is reading a passage quickly to find the information that you want to know. So in our example, Wally was the information we wanted to know or wanted to find, and the picture was our passage that we were looking through quickly. So how do we scan? First thing you need to do is choose a few keywords or phrases to look for. Only look for one piece of information or one question at a time. This makes it a lot easier to find that information and you won't get too confused. If we think back to example, Where's Wally? I don't think you are looking very carefully at each person in the picture. That would take a lot of time. But maybe you are looking for people with red or white clothes or with glasses. Those are your key words, your key information that you're looking for. So just like you did with Wally, when you get a question or something you want to find, you can think about those keywords like doing a real-life Google search. Then, when you know what information you're looking for, you can scan the text. Now that means you let your eyes float over the text to find those keywords that you've identified. So just think back to the picture. You weren't looking carefully at each person. Your eyes were just going over the people, looking for those keywords, that key information that you wanted. Finally, when you found that keyword, you read around it, read the sentence or sentences around that word and see if you can find the answer or the information that you are looking for. Going back to our example, if you find someone, say, with glasses, maybe you'd look a bit more carefully and see if that was Wally. And today we're going to be looking at another chapter from Aesop's Fables. And this is quite a famous story. I don't know if you've heard of this one before. It's called The Boy That Cried Wolf. So have a think about the title and the picture. See if you can make some predictions about it. We're going to have a look at some questions and scan through the story to see if we can find the answers. So first question is, what does the boy do for fun at the start of the chapter? Remember, the first thing we want to do is find our key words. So I think we can use boy and fun for our key words. And we've also got this. It's not really what we're searching for, but it shows us where we can find our answer at the start of the chapter. Now we've got our key words, boy and fun. We can scan through the story. And remember, we're looking at the start of the chapter to try to find our words. A good way to scan is to let our eyes float in a zigzag. So we go across the page and back and across again to look through and try to find those keywords. Now we've found one of our keywords here, boy. So now we've found that, we want to read the text around the keyword, see if we can find our answer. A shepherd boy looked after his master's sheep near a dark forest not far from the village. Okay, well that's nothing to do with having fun, so let's keep looking. And here we've found another keyword, fun. So let's read the text around the keyword. All he could do to have fun was talk to his dog. That could be it. So let's think about our question again. What does the boy do for fun at the start of the chapter? At the start of the chapter, the boy talks to his dog for fun. So you see, by scanning, we don't have to read all of the text. We're just looking for that information that we want. And this can be really helpful if you're searching for something, or if you're maybe doing an exam, doing some questions, and it asks you to find some information. Let's look at one more question from this page. What did the villagers do when the boy shouted, wolf? First thing we do is choose our keywords. So I'm going to choose villagers, shouted, and wolf. And wolf there is in quotation marks with the exclamation mark. So I'm going to look not just for wolf. I think that's a direct quotation from the story. So I'm just going to be looking for wolf with an exclamation mark, not just wolf on its own. Let's have a scan through and see if we can find any of our keywords. So we've got one here, villagers. So let's read the text around the keyword. His master had told him to call for help if a wolf attacked the flock, and the villagers would chase it away. Now, this is telling us something that the villagers are doing when they hear wolf, but it's not after the boy has said wolf. So I'm going to keep scanning, see if we can find anything else. Here we've got shouting. Now it's not the keyword we're looking for, shouted, but if we're looking for a verb, think about the different tenses. Look for all the tenses you could have that verb in, because the tense might be different from the question to the text, depending how the verb is used in the text. So look for those different tenses. And we've also got wolf, wolf. So we found some key words. Let's read the text around the words. He had not seen anything that even looked like a wolf, but he ran towards the village shouting at the top of his voice, wolf, wolf. Okay, so we found where he shouts wolf. So we need to keep scanning, see if we can find what the villagers did. And here we've got villagers, so let's read the text around the keyword. As he expected, the villagers who heard the cry dropped their work and ran with great excitement to the pasture. Okay, let's have a look at our question again. What did the villagers do when the boy shouted wolf? When the boy shouted wolf, the villagers dropped their work and ran with great excitement to the pasture. Let's look at the last page of the chapter and have one more question. What came out of the forest? So let's choose our key words, and I'm going to choose came out and forest to scan for. We've got one of our keywords here, forest. So let's read the text around the keyword. Then one evening, as the sun was setting behind the forest and the shadows were creeping out over the pasture, a wolf really did come out of the forest and attack the sheep. And look, we found some more keywords there. And remember what I said about verbs. Our keyword is came out from the question, but we've got come out here. So be prepared to look for different tenses in those verbs. So let's look at our question, see if we've answered it. What came out of the forest? A wolf came out of the forest. So that's scanning. And you can see it's a way that we can find information really quickly without reading every single bit of the text. We can just look for those keywords and then read the text around those words to see if we can find the answer. If we don't find the answer, we keep on scanning, keep on looking for that information. Don't worry, Hilwyn, there is a task this week. And this is on the chapter, The Town Mouse and the Country Mouse. So you can type in this link to the Google form or use the QR codes, or you can email me and I can send you a link to the form. So remember, I want you to scan the story, don't read through it. Just look through, think of your keywords for the question and look through, find those keywords and see if you can find the answer. So you could make it a little race, see how fast you can find the answer. Okay, have a go, and if you've got any questions, then you can email me, chris@ccek1.edu.hk. And that's the end of this week's Reading Skills with Teacher Chris. Thank you very much for watching. Have a go, see how fast you can find the answers. Have a good week. See you soon. Bye.